Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis, and in this video I want to go through the 7 secrets that are located within the Vexcalibur kind of Node.Over.Avalon mission. Now you can access all of these on normal difficulty. I did a separate video for the legendary difficulty, how to accomplish the mission solo, how to get your catalysts. That's not what this is. This is to be able to actually just do all the secrets in the mission and can get all your triumphs. Now, you will need to make sure you have this completed, Expert Authorization Override. So you need to make sure you've got the access gate key. A Vexcalibur shield allows passage through access gates. And then the override node key, which is like, it was back from week 2, and basically you just need to go kill a bunch of Vex rapidly. Once you do that, you should be able to equip the key, and then you come in here and you do one of these chests, and then complete the mission, and you should be able to get it, finish it that way. So if I show you the first chest, and then you should be able to beat all of them, you should be good. I don't know if you have to come in here twice after that, just to be clear. But the override node key is required for kind of the second half of these mostly, but they're both required throughout the mission. So if you've got the expert override, both parts showing, access gates and override nodes, you'll be able to do all of these. You will have to run through this mission multiple times on legendary alone, just to make sure you can get all 3 of the catalysts. So if you are working on doing that multiple times, you may do part of these on a first run, part of these on a second run. They're really not too difficult because they don't involve really a lot of combat. It's more just kind of figuring out the puzzle. So first one is literally right here in this room. Like, you've fallen down, you jump in here, there's a Hydra over there, and the first one's pretty simple. Just come down here and turn around. Come up on this ledge, and we're going to jump right up here. Grab this little lip, and this is the first switch that you'll shoot, or activate. Come on down here. Either way literally works. It takes you the same direction, so whether you go left or right there, it's not a big deal. And then once you're here, what you're going to do is actually go up above. So if it helps and you need a little bit of height, you can come right here, jump up above. You'll equip Vexcalibur, and then just block with the shield and walk through. You'll activate your first chest, or switch again, sorry, and that will be your chest. And that is number 1. So many of the puzzles are going to kind of be similar to that, so let's go through each of them. Alright, so from this room, we're just going to exit the same way we went in with the block. And the second one is very, very close to the first. So head down this ramp. And then as you come down here, you want to make sure that you catch yourself on this ledge before you go all the way down. And you'll find this switch right here. You'll see that one activate. And then you'll see this guy behind a shield. What you need to do then, turn around and go up above right where you were, because your switch was literally on the other side of that wall. Activate this switch. And that will actually just break the shield. And your chest will be right here.
Data here, sent from a Vex Pyramidion.
So that is number 2.
Encounter a variable.
Alright, so after you have the second chest, you're going to need to go do the complete first encounter. So if you need to change your loadouts up or anything like that, make sure Vexcalibur is still on you, but I use a different weapon during that encounter, so I'm going to swap over, and then we'll be back for the next one. Alright, so once you finish the first encounter completely, you'll have these kind of like 4 guys over here. And before you actually kill these few, make sure you switch over to kind of a normal weapon so you can try and get yourself a little bit of Vexcalibur energy here. And this should look familiar. Once you get to here, you'll have some enemies up top, you'll have a couple over there. What we're going to do is take these enemies out, and then we're going to activate this next piece. So come up here, grab this lip. 2 guys over here. Make this easier. Start going. Alright, so facing kind of where you would typically be exiting this area, come back here to the left, drop down, and you'll find this switch.
must not squander it.
So this obviously looks like it's going to be another key. So what you need to do to go find it is go climb out there. So you need to get high enough to be able to see the key. And you can use these little steps to get high enough up to get where we're going. Now these do come out, so make sure and grab, or just wait for them to pop out. And then you're going to want to head right here. This will kind of catch you and give you a place to land. And then right up here. You look around this corner, you should be able to see all three. So I've got triangle, or I've got pyramid, instead of diamond, square, pyramid. So pyramid, square, pyramid. It's the only time I think I've ever had to shoot square, so maybe they'll actually give it a use for once. So as you come down, just kind of catch your fall. Get to where you can get a little bit of a safe landing. And then we'll come back. And they always have one guy spawn, so you actually make sure you have some Vexcalibur ammo. Or they intentionally give you special from him. I don't know if you specifically have to shoot it with this, but you will need this Vexcalibur for a lot of places. So I needed that. I guess I can test. Okay, so you can use any weapon, because that was square, and then pyramid again. So that will be access granted, and your shield, or your chest, will be right here. Alright, for the next one, basically from the third chest, we're going to head forward into the mission, and these two are pretty closely connected as well. This is your little triangle doors. Don't get squashed by the triangle doors. Give it a second just to be safe. Not as though I'm going for like a specific flawless run, but it works. Now, what I would recommend is coming out here to the left first and just killing this one guy so you don't have to worry about him. And if you're worried about anything, that guy down there is technically going to be involved in where you land with what we're going to grab. So if you want to kill him just to be safe, you can do that. There you go. Alright, so we're going to go actually, so you're coming from the previous chest, head down here. Once the enemies are killed, we'll go to the right. And then right around this corner, you'll crouch, use the shield to get through. And then once you pick this up, the shield will actually go away. You gotta get back up on this ledge, come around the corner. Now your third person, which may help some people for your landings. It shouldn't be too bad, but just watch your jumps. Now, usually if I'm jumping down to that platform, I'm going to wait for it to disappear. Give it about 1, 2, 3, and then head back down. It should be back. And as long as you're leaving the platform with a decent jump, you'll easily be able to make it right down here. Go ahead and place your relic. That will be number 4. Now there's also a portal over there that you can go into. But for now, we're just going to go on to the next one. Alright, so if you go through the portal from that previous chest, all it does is it skips over the little jumping, the little section with the walls that come in and out. That's all it does, is it skips over that. So it literally gets you from right over there to right here for the first boss encounter. So now we're going to need to go through the first boss encounter completely. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my loadout up for that. Knock out the first boss encounter on normal, not quite as bad. And then I will see you guys on the other side for chest number 5. Alright, so after you have completed the big Hydra encounter, you're going to move on to basically a little bit of jumping pieces towards the final boss fight. So the next 2 chests are going to be in this area, so I'll just kind of show you the path to get down here. For the Wyvern, usually I like to take him out before I get down there. It just makes my life easier. And again, on normal difficulty, something reasonable, just take him out early. Seems to make life easier for me. This jump is always a bit of a long one. Or at least it feels that way, I don't know why. Come around this corner. A couple more hobgoblins over here. Probably give us a little bit of ammo that we need. Alright, we got a little bit of ammo for Vexcalibur, which we will need for one of these coming up. And make sure you've got it equipped once you're done so you can get your ammo. On these, easy things, crouch under the first set of the pair. And then again, run up to it. Crouch under the first set, or the first one of the pair, and then you're good. Now, you're going to come around the corner, hit this switch, turn right back around. Don't get shoved off like that, because you're going to have to repeat this part. Not the end of the world if you do. So, may as well leave one flub in there for you guys. Already got my flawless. So again, from the switch, so don't go too far like I did. So you can walk the first one, but then crouch here, wait for this one to go, and then once they pull back, then you can sprint around the corner. All right. So from here, same thing. We're going to have a shield we have to walk through. So all you got to do is block, walk through, shoot this right here. Don't shoot these guys. They're not bad. Specimen Iota, Specimen Gamma. Kind of like the Greek alphabet, basically, as you go through here. And this will be another chest. And this is going to be one of your matrix distributions, which is going to help you kind of get your base stats up on this thing right down here. So you get 2, 3, and then 4. And I think it's just a stat boost as you go along. So that is number 5. We're going to go ahead and walk back outside. Keep this equipped, or at least you may as well. Same thing, we'll pass through this area. Because we're going straight into the 6th one. So as you hop over, you'll see that one up there. We're going to be shooting that. And you could probably shoot it as you go by, but apparently it didn't take. Too far away. Shoot that one. Then you've got one over your edge right here. And then the last one, it looks like it's not really a cubby, but it is right here. And then you're going to look up. And the reason you want to stay here is because you've got to actually come back to get to your chest, so don't fall down too far.
I will try to make sense of
That is number 6. And then the last one is after Brachion, but do not open the chest. We're going to beat Brachion, but don't open the chest. And I'll see you guys when we're done with the final boss fight.
is a schematic for...
Alright, Guardians, once you've finished Brachion, one little piece of advice, though, to make sure you have ammo, because you are going to need to shoot a couple of these little override nodes or whatever they are. Make sure before you get to the final platform, switch over to Vexcalibur. There's enough enemies in here. One of them is bound to drop a brick for you. So switch over on the previous platform, on the second one, before you go through the portal. And then just finish up the boss fight up here. And make sure you have a few shots left of Vexcalibur itself to be able to, take care of these few nodes. So just a quick tip for that one. So make sure you don't pick up the chest. That's going to make sure the timer doesn't, punish you here if you're having trouble finding orientation or anything like that. And we're going to go underneath each of these 3 kind of radiolaria reverse waterfalls. And what we're going to do is we're going to hop down on this edge over here. Just see it right here. And then you'll see this tiny little platform. Really kind of push yourself in here. Walk through, but don't walk all the way because you'll pass through. And then you actually can walk on this floor. Walk around the corner. That's your first one. We're going to walk back outside. Be careful with your jumps. You should be able to get up a little higher. Back up. The second one, we'll save the finale over there for last. Second one's over here. It's kind of a good orientation angle to come through here. Right down here. Walk around the corner. And you got a little ledge to get to. I don't know if that was just conveniently there. I'm not sure how that actually got there. But it's nice it's sitting there. Go ahead and walk through. Take care of that. That's the easy one. Work our way around the side. Give yourself a little room to jump up, apparently. There we go. Or not. Where's my jump? Oh, it's up here in this little corner. And then up. Okay. Final one. It's just a big circle underneath. So again, don't touch that chest until you are done with this whole thing. You'll notice kind of a break between the layers here. Come down here, pass through, and find your node right there. I'm gonna pass out here. And then when you come back up, you're actually gonna have a different portal. So you've got that chest, that's the final, leave it there. You'll be able to come back for it. And then if you come over here, you'll pass through.
Research confirmed the existence of this fantastic object. As the pyramids examined the Vex in turn observed the pyramids. And Ashermere studied both. But the paracausal cannot be predicted. Did Ashermere perform these simulations manually? For one mortal intelligence to create this would be impossible. This is why Ashermere merged with the Vex. This study demanded its sacrifice. Everything. We must not forget what we have been shown.
So that is your finale. This is the render that was running around on Twitter of the Veil. You can't get over there, but that would in a sense be a top. That was the bottom of what we could see, and this is the Veil. Now, again, we still don't know very much about it. There's a quest coming in Season 21, so we'll have to take advantage of that one. Say hello to Ashermere, hanging out, doing the good things for us. But we did get our fourth, basically stat boost, so you can completely get this thing done for normal crafting purposes. And then if you come up here, you'll teleport right back in, and you'll be able to get your final chest. You'll get your drops and your engrams, and that is everything for the Vexcalibur mission. Now, as I said, I have a separate video in how to accomplish the solo Avalon on legendary difficulty that is kind of based around this season. So if I need to update it next season, I'll work on that. But overall, right now, it's a good time to work on the legendary difficulty solo. You got 3 weeks left. Guardian Games is not going to take up all of those times, so I highly recommend checking that one out. But if you enjoyed this one, please drop a like, leave a comment below if there's anything I may have missed, or if you just want to say hello. If you want to find me on Twitch, I'll be streaming Destiny, or Jedi, or Diablo, or who knows what whenever you see this one. If you want to find me on Twitter, hit me up over there. But if you're new, please hit that subscribe button, hit that alert bell. We are so close to 100K. It is getting really exciting. So thank you all for the support, and I'll see you in the next one.